headset. There we go. And then they can hear me. And now they can maybe hear you. Can you talk?
Hello, testing.
Yeah. Okay. OBS just does that when it updates sometimes. It just drops my audio inputs.
Oh yeah, get hit by the update.
So yeah, sorry. Welcome to Aegis Champion League. This is a playoff seeding match. I don't quite understand how it all works. Maybe Link can explain it later. It's Return of the Middlesticks on the blue side, Mirage Alliance, the number 2 seed in tomorrow's NACL Open qualifiers on the red side. We're first picking Kaisa. We're counter picking with Nico. How are you doing, Lane? I'm Maris. Yeah, I think that's it.
Doing good. I'm really excited to be able to cast 4 former LCS players, which you don't get to do every day. So Mirage Alliance has a lot of good historic players. Fun.
Kale joining the stream. Sorry.
No worries. So the meta has I'm happy to say has shifted quite a bit since the last time we casted together, which it's kind of the post Shiv world that we live in is how I'm feeling like it is. But yeah, a lot of the premier junglers were nerfed. ADC shakeup has been pretty big, and so Kaisa has been very high on the prio list, along with Rel. Those would be kind of the big premier picks right now.
Yeah, I'll trust your meta input a lot more than what I've seen because I've been watching LCS, but I think they're a patch behind right now. So
it still applies pretty much the same. I think that patch, it's just static Shiv is even stronger on that patch. So I think people letting LeBlanc through are crazy.
Yeah. Nico hasn't gone anywhere. Is still very pickable as we can see. So we got Maokai against Udyr, probably our jungle matchup, although you can flex Maokai to support. I think that's doable. Top is, I think, maybe even worse than support, but still potentially doable. There's Graves, so maybe we're seeing some flexes.
Yeah, I mean, Graves also can go top or mid, so we'll see where this chip goes, but a lot of flex picks picked up here early for Mirage Alliance. My guess is the Nico is going to go mid, so Graves is going to be either top or jungle, and Maokai is probably in that same boat, but can flex that support spot. RTM hovering the Braum ban.
Braum would be pretty good against what they have so far, with Kaisa and Syndra as your damage dealers. But I don't hate that. Olaf was banned earlier, so no crook Olaf. He's too smooth with it.
Yep. Will not be playing the anti-CC champion today.
Won't be breaking ankles live on stream. He posted that on Twitter. I had a good laugh about that.
It was good. It was good. It's a nice edit. If you haven't seen that, it was a good retweet from our account, or you can go over to Cookie Crook's account to see that one.
Few are also gone, so Crook taken off of his 2 of his stronger picks, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot available. I mean, you got Cassante on the table, you got Darius on the table, you got Poppy on the table still for top, so a lot of options. Mirage Alliance is gonna have to start clarifying some of these flex picks here. Maybe we'll get some more clarification with our 4th pick coming through.
Yeah, they still have an ADC to pick, though. I imagine that's what we'll see here before we see the clarification.
That's fair.
Yeah, there it is. Aphelios. Why not?
Not surprising. Feels like one of the better ADCs left.
We're back to purple-themed AD carry meta.
Oh yeah. Kaisa Felios. Even Jinx will get thrown in there.
Xayah, also pretty purple.
That's true. Why are all the ADCs purple is what I want to know. Tristana is purple, right?
Nah, I mean, she's like blue. Well, her face is blue. I don't think of her as blue, though. I don't know. Jax
And
is available for Cook, so he's going to take that.
that is going to
Potentially
be
blind.
the blind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I feel like that Graves has a pretty decent matchup into Jax, so we could see that go flex top, but. And Nautilus, I think, makes a lot of sense here. I'm honestly kind of surprised it wasn't banned out here in the second phase from Mirage Alliance, because it is kind of one of the typical pairings with Kaisa. You have the go in button to go with it, and Melio going to be the lock in here. I actually really like that pick into the Nautilus. You have pretty easy disengage with the Melio Q. Maybe not easy at my level, but I trust that Challenger support's going to be able to pull that out.
Yeah, I would say if this were, the normal gold games that I'm casting, that's a risky pick. But in the hands of Dardoch, I think it's probably a little bit stronger.
Definitely so. You've got a lot of you have the disengage option with the Melio Q interaction with Nautilus hook, so definitely going to be an interesting game here. Mirage Alliance, I think, has the maybe easier team fighting tools. They've got some big ults with Maokai and Nico pairing. Just a lot of lockdown. And then on the backside of that, you've got Melio that can power up this Aphelios. So they're going to look to try to survive the lane phase as much as possible. And we'll go from there.
Yeah, so into second draft, they're zipping right on through. So if you believe their initial picks, which usually is what they stay with, that's going to be Maokai top with Graves jungle from Mirage Alliance.
Huh. I expect them to switch that. That's just my...
Yeah, my gut instinct would be to switch that as well. I don't think Maokai's super fun into Jax. Graves, you can get away with a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah. And the Udyr does pretty well into Maokai. I think it's going to have a hard time really getting on anyone else. So we'll have to see how the Udyr does into the rest of the team. But there's a lot of stuns and a lot of range that's going to be difficult for the Udyr to get through.
Yeah, so this is the playoff seeding match. Win here secures a bye or something like that in the actual playoffs.
So basically the first 5 games of regular season are to determine who is automatically qualified and who is playing for a wild card spot, basically. So we have qualified based on finishing top 2 in our group. The 2 of the groups are combined into one conference. And now for the conference, the top 2 teams from each of the groups play against each other for better seeding. The top 2 teams from the combined 2 conferences end up getting a first round bye. So what that basically will mean for us is we probably need to win here to get a first round bye, because we are 1 single game back in the standings. We're 3rd right now, and so the other team, we're tied with them at 4-1 in match record, and the team occupying first is 5-0. So this is very important for getting the first round bye. But luckily this year everybody starts out in the winners bracket. There is no losers bracket start, so it's not too bad if our team doesn't end up getting a first round bye, because we will have lots of opportunities to fight our way through.
Yeah, honestly, these should be 2 of the better teams in the whole league. So
yeah,
could be a potential championship preview. And Rodham got the number 18 seed for the NACL Open qualifier starting tomorrow. Mirage Alliance is number 2. I was trying to look up the rest of the seeding just for some spot checks, and I can't find it very quickly. So that's all you.
I can get it for you. Be interested. Here's the doc I will host for you. other people are interested, you can see all the seedings and rosters. Post that in the chat for you.
I don't very obviously see any other Aegis teams in here. Oh, Chaotic Solar's in.
Yeah, Chaotic Solar. It's a lot of bottom
CCG.
teams. Like Kosa Gamers in Contingent, I think, is in CL. And Tempest, I think, is also.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway,
we're
it's
the
kind of a
highest
weird
ACL
mixture.
team for sure.
Well, we were until Mirage Alliance came in.
Right.
And I think Reject Modernity is playing under a different name. It's all kind of a mess, as
Yep.
one would expect for an ACL. So we'll try to keep an eye on that as we go. But
Of course, yeah, we're playing in our NACL qualifiers tomorrow. You can catch us on stream then at 12 Central, 1 Eastern. 2 best of ones will be playing tomorrow. It'll be the Swiss stage, so we got to win over the next over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We got to win 3 games to advance to the next round. So
yeah, and we're playing
catch us
against Teamless Revenge in the first game, which is a team that we played in the last Open qualifier
and lost to.
and lost to. So we're looking for our revenge against Teamless Revenge. Was that our first game even?
No, it was our 3rd game. It was the first
one of the
first
second
game
day?
of the second day. Yeah. So
Regardless, should be fun. Last crack for the year, basically, for the boys. So hopefully we'll see the work that they've been able to put in over the past couple of months. And yeah, we made it through our first spectator delay. Let's go.
yeah, one of the few rosters that didn't make any changes in between. I feel like it's always almost 2 or 3 people switching up at the very least. So it's nice to have a continuous roster for once and not have to do tryouts in between. So.
Yeah, and hopefully it allows you to build a little bit on what you've been working on rather than constantly swapping teammates and swapping play styles and things like that. But
Definitely helpful.
But yeah, here we go. On to the Rift for game number 1. On the red side is Mirage Alliance with 4 former LCS players on it. And on the blue side is Return of the Middlesticks Premier. Running it back. Here we go.
Yeah, very excited for this one. It's going to be a really nice preview for our guys to kind of see how they measure up against the top of the table in NACL. Rank 18 versus rank number 2. And looks like RTM might be looking for a late invade here. That's the potential, all sitting here together.
Yeah, either that or a counter invade. Neither one of them
And,
look like it's going to be coming.
Very interesting. Interesting enough, we thought that the Maokai and Graves would end up swapping, but they didn't. So it is going to be that tank top Maokai for Alorum.
See the little banter going on in the chat. I really like it. I don't know if Boy Wonder and Max work together on their skin choices, but they look very nice together. Everyone else kind of a little separate.
They usually talk about it, so I feel like that was intentional.
Just specifically Max and Boy Wonder?
Yep.
Okay. Well, you have to get the style, you know. I think that's more important even than winning the video game.
You have an inherent advantage.
So we have Udyr and Graves, right? I don't
Yep.
think we're expecting a whole lot of action early on, but if you are,
We do not.
where are you looking for it?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't expect it a lot. I think the best thing there is probably where you have setup. So for the Graves, that's going to be your mid lane and top lane. And then for Udyr, that's going to be really most of the lanes work out because you have good stuns. But yeah, I don't expect to see most of these champs interact with lanes very much in the early game. Both very heavy farm playstyles. So
Yep, Crook getting a good shove in top, but we see Neo and Dardoch in the bottom lane getting their counter shove. So everything kind of going as expected early on, while both junglers doing full clears. Surprising. They started up on the top side, headed toward the bottom, so we might see some action around here, but I kind of doubt it. Graves not the best at diving. Udyr not the best at... Never mind. Crook is in the mid lane already. We're going to have a hook in the bottom lane as well. Dardoch pretty low, gets ignited, but he'll be able to limp away. Didn't look like Crook found... Oh, actually, he got the flash out of Haven in the mid lane on his little roam.
yeah, we didn't see that because we saw the fight in bot side here, but pretty good there for RTM. They do burn the ignite, but it's going to mean that Dardoch is going to be pretty low on the Melio, so...
I feel like I want to highlight that it's Dardoch and not call him 10 April, but I'll probably just read it a couple of times throughout the game. So those are interchangeable if anyone's just joining us. But yeah.
Lorem finding a nice trade here on a Crook.
A Lorem of Team Fish Taco fame and nothing else.
Yeah, did not play for any other teams that I can remember. Sure. Crook being pretty low on this top side could attract Chad for a potential dive. Maokai is one of the best divers in the game, and we see him walking up here.
Yeah, a little sidestep on the Bramble Smash. Crook is probably trying to hit 5 just for a little bit of safety, and now fighting his way out. I think he's sensing that Chad is below him, so taking the fight a little bit to Alorim. Is it Alorim or Alarim? I've heard
Alorim.
Interchangeable. Alorim. Okay.
Yeah. But looks like without the mana, they're gonna stop their pursuits for Crook here. But Graves is gonna pick up the Gromp, notably. So not getting nothing for getting in there.
Yeah, so you can see CS discrepancies starting to open up just a little bit in the jungle and bot lane, which is a concern for Return of the Middlesticks. Even a little concern that Jax is even with Maokai, because he should be bullying just a little bit early. But
yeah, I mean, this is the point in the game where I feel like Maokai's pretty decent into the Jax. Base damages on Maokai are really strong. Jax does a lot better scaling, but now with the Sheen, should hopefully be able to realize some of the power.
But yeah, pretty.
But again, yeah, really slow early game, kind of what we expected.
Pretty snoozer thus far.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boy Wonders ignites back up, so we're no longer missing that summoner spell. Soon Haven will have his flash back as well. Drakowski making kind of his first move of the game as he walks into the Tribush and then walks back out of it. Boy Wonder looks like stepped up a little bit for a hook. It's going to take some punishment for it. And
Might have to
Neo
flash.
just layering in. Yeah, has to flash, which is now a little bit risky with Chad walking down. He's going to force Drakowski back under the tower. I don't think that they can really go for this dive. Oh, they even land the hook onto Dardoch. He's not going to get the passive proc from Kaisa. Puppe really low. Chad flashes in. It's just gone wrong for everyone. Now Haven in a little bit of trouble. Flash not quite back up. Max looking for the stun. Crook flashes forward. He's got the Pop Blossom plus the little extension back away, but it's first blood for Return of the Middlesticks. Meanwhile, the dive successful on Boy Wonder finally, and they'll grab a tower plate on the bottom side. So overall, just a little bit of a gold swing for Mirage Alliance, and they'll pick up an extra wave or two as well. So Neo and Dardoch will be feeling pretty comfortable, and we'll need to see some play around Pup.
Yeah, Crook is going to get a little bit punished for that roam down. Is going to blow his flash. Do end up getting the gold, but Alorim 2 plates for himself already on the Maokai. Got to feel pretty good about that. Has a nice CS lead as well. And yeah, Neo and Dardoch doing really well on the bot side here. After Boy Wonder overextended, being able to pick up that kill and 2 plates for themselves as well. So things trending well here from Mirage Alliance in the early game.
Yeah, I did like that timing though from Crook right before Haven's flash was about to come back up. That's absolutely when you try to get a roam off. It just might have cost him a little bit more than he wanted.
Yeah, it was definitely overextended. Haven doing a good job of at least pulling them towards that bot side, so that it was a lot longer roam up for Crook. And again, did have to blow that flash. So we'll have to see if that gets punished at all. But Boy Wonder's going to find Chad here, defend the red buff.
Yeah, not going to get anything else done there other than scare off the Graves. He had no backup. Graves could have just straight up traded into him, but he didn't know that one. Instead, Drakowski is going to try to take away the Rift Herald up on the top side. And yeah, now they should know that with Crook wandering down as well. So Chad back on the red buff, only deterred for a couple of seconds after the roam from Boy Wonder.
Yeah, but the delay was important here, because RTM is going to start up and get the Rift Herald on the top side. So I'll just see where that gets used.
Yeah, another plate going to be picked up by Neo and Dardoch, though. On this bot lane has just been relentless pressure. The Aphelios and Emilio combo.
Yep, Aphmelio.
Yeah. Oh, Chad gonna get spotted on the Gromp hook. Oh, I don't know if he intentionally hooked just that little bit of terrain or if he didn't quite see it, but it's gonna allow Chad to escape as he quick draws over the wall.
Yep, is gonna get out unscathed there. RTM just really hasn't had a lot of space. Every time we look up at these lanes, it's them getting pushed out under tower, and that's made it a little bit difficult here in the early game.
Ooh, Alorum and Crook taking a big trade. I'm surprised at how hard Maokai won that trade.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that I think is the Bombi Cinder, and then his base damages are just really good. Of course, gets the healing for the auto as well.
Rip the Nautilus ult. Not quite able to find the hook onto Dardoch, but they'll try to find Neo. Do they have enough damage to actually pop through all of the Melio healing? Neo is so low, but he's still alive on the backside. Pup finally finishes him off with an auto attack. Ult from Dardoch trying to keep him alive. Max is now roamed down, but a Pop Blossom to counter as they take down Drakowski. They'll trade it, they won't trade it back out. It's actually 2 more kills from Mirage Alliance. Max can't quite find anyone to pull the trigger of the Unleashed Power on, and somehow Dardoch survived through all of that. Chad got pretty low, but it just didn't matter as Mirage Alliance finds the extra kill.
Yeah, and Haven coming in there at the end, I think, was Haven disguised as someone? Like a minion or something? When they came down here? Because I didn't see them in the fight initially, or maybe I just missed the roam. But
I saw the big circle when it appeared, and that was when I noticed Nico.
Exactly. I was like, oh, RTM's looking pretty good here, and then Nico just appeared out of nowhere. So, in the end, things turning up well for Mirage Alliance. They've built a kind of slow gold lead for themselves here, 2k up on just 1 kill difference. So that's been going well for them. Alorum going for the kill.
Yeah, Lorem's got Crook really low, knocked him back into the minion wave as well. He's got the little jump strike away. Crook could maybe look at a re-engage here in just a second if he's feeling spicy, but I don't think that he could quite take it, and Lorem's going to walk away. Didn't quite get the solo kill.
Ult there. I'm kind of surprised didn't pull the trigger on that one, but maybe he didn't have enough mana for it. That's a possibility, but yeah. Crook barely surviving there. Does get the completed item here, so this might be kind of where things start to turn potentially for Crook.
I really like the way Alorum's used his Bramble Smash, though, just to really foil Crook getting in for a couple of extra auto attacks on these trades.
Yeah, everybody kind of getting on their first items here off this back. So we should see maybe something potential in the bot lane here.
Yep, nice gonna go ahead and rip the Nautilus ult in. They have the CC to chain. Do they have enough damage to actually chew through the red gun? They finally do, as Pup is able to pop him with that passive. Now dashes in, Dardoch low underneath the tower. One more auto, and it's a double kill for Pup. He picks up that static shiv, and then they immediately pull the trigger in the bottom lane. Drakowski going to drop the Rift Herald right before it expires and at least crash it into the tower.
Yeah, really nice camp there. Oh, didn't even get it into the tower, sadly, but regardless, still a great play for RTM. Sat in the bush, and then knowing that the flashes were down, is able to execute. Crook roaming again to this mid lane.
Oh, even gets the Demolish proc on his way through. Chad on a little bit of a flank, but they just don't quite have the numbers to look for a big engage. I don't know which Aphelios is which, but there's two Aphelii on my mini-map. Okay.
Yep. And that's kind of slow rotation after that kill does mean that the second Drake of the game is going to go over to Mirage Alliance. So some gold to help balance things out for RTM, but in the end, a second Drake is going to be picked up. So you're not going to feel too bad about that if you're Mirage.
So why is their logo a camel?
You'll have to ask Normology on that one. I do not know.
We'll find out sometime, maybe. Hook on to Chad as they're looking for the dive pup. Trying to get this turn back. That was an interesting combo from Chad, but it's going to work out pretty well for him as they do pick up the kill. Chad pretty low. Max is here trying to make anything happen that he can, but the teleport in from Haven is going to send him fleeing, and Boy Wonder gets left for dead. Drakowski's here on the flank, but 2v4, I don't know that they can quite charge in here. Kind of a devastating play as Mirage Alliance pick up 2 more kills.
Yeah, very nice dive there. Able to execute it before any of the RTM members could respond, and then get the tower for themselves. So accelerating things here a little bit with their gold lead that they had, and now extending that out to about 3k. So nice pickup from Mirage Alliance.
Yeah, and now we're starting to see some of those big items come through that maybe Rodham would have liked to have in that last fight. Drakowski has his Demonic Embrace. Max has his Ludens now. You wonder if those would have made a difference on looking for a turn. But who knows? Neo started Kraken Slayer and then is headed, I assume, for like an Infinity Edge or something. Drakowski looking for Aloran, but I don't think that.
Yeah, I don't think you're that guy. Yeah, especially not with the Melio walking up there. Aloran has actually gotten quite a bit of gold, just from basically just sitting in lane while Crook has tried to roam down and get things in the mid lane. So that Maokai is going to be a really strong front laner, and hard to get through.
Have you seen the really cursed Kai'Sa build? The Stridebreaker one?
Please, I have not.
Okay.
You want
was just thinking about that.
Me,
you just built Stridebreaker. Oh, this is not going well. The flash in even gets the second and third knockup with the Pop Blossom, and Mirage Alliance already found Pup. They're going to take Boy Wonder as well, and just kind of a lazy little rotation back from the Rift Herald is going to cost ROTM and 2 kills.
Yeah, Haven used the disguise well there on Nico, but even without that, I think Pup took a pretty dangerous route there, so get punished for taking not going all the way around, but yeah, Mirage played that well.
Yeah, I don't know too much more about the build. I just know that you start Stridebreaker and somehow it's good. And I
That's so bizarre.
I don't have much more to say about that. It's like Stridebreaker Nashers or Stridebreaker.
I wonder if it helps you because you can like stay in range since she's kind of short range for an AD carry. Seems bad early. Maybe it scales well or something.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I just know that it's a build for some reason.
Been taking a little chunk here from Crook. And this is kind of the first time Crook's looked okay in a lane, but gonna get poked out.
Yeah, a little extra damage on the Blooming Burst that he probably didn't want to deal with there, but everything fine so far. Mirage Alliance is zooming around mid. They have 3 people here, which matches the 3 from Return of the Middlesticks, but Yeah, we're still just kind of chilling here at 17 minutes. There hasn't been that big moment of action that we've really been looking for, and instead it's been a very slow bleed, which has secured a 3,500 gold lead for Mirage Alliance.
Yeah, definitely. So Crook is gonna try a fight here with the Lorem potentially.
Yeah, gets a
Bramble
little bit of
smash
healing
down.
back from that Divine Sunder. Drakowski drops the Rift Herald in mid lane. Oh my goodness! Moonlight Vigil coming through. One more auto isn't going to finish it off, but Neo and Dardoch are wailing away on this. I don't know that guy's going to get another charge into tower. Doesn't look like it. So that's 2 Rift Herald usage by Return of the Middlesticks for 0 charges. It's just netted 50 gold for Mirage Alliance.
Yeah, the Rift Heralds have been kind of the 2 things that RTM's kind of fought for in this early game, but haven't been able to find it. Oh my god.
Goodness.
Yeah, just getting absolutely chunked there. Ooh,
Oh, the flash
in,
hook, looking for it. Neo gonna get hit by the Riptide, but the dredge. My god, what is it called? The depth charge.
Dredge line?
Depth charge.
Oh, depth charge, that's right. Dredge line's the Q.
I was like, Riptide, no, that's the E. Dredge line, that's the Q. We'll just go through them all. Titan's Wrath, that's the W.
Yeah, well, Puppet got so chunked there that is not going to be able to really contest here. 3rd Drake going to go over to Mirage Alliance, and now you're going to be thinking about that soul timer in your head. Try to work up, try to get as much gold as you can before that if you're RTM. There is notably no flash on Neo, so that is an area that they could look to try to abuse. But yeah, it's been kind of just a slow bleed for RTM. No huge fights that have shaken out.
Max is farming really well. You want some positives? Oh,
Man, Haven is using this so well.
I am not a fan of the Nico rework.
Oh.
I don't need to be tested on my counting ability.
We got Robot Maris.
We got Robot Maris. It is hella stormy here, so I apologize if anything happens tonight. I don't know if I'm still Robot Maris. Maybe I have Robot Lane, and I don't know it. What's weird is that everything looks fine on my end.
Oh, you're back now.
Everything looked completely fine that whole time for me, so I don't know.
Bizarre. Well, you're good. You're good now. We got a little robot, but luckily we didn't miss anything. So.
Maybe it was Robot Lane the whole time, and we were...
Oh, I guess. Unless you heard me clearly, then it would be weird. But...
I heard you pretty clearly, but then you didn't talk for a little bit, so I don't know. Like, it says I dropped a couple of frames, but I think that was earlier, and it's only 60, so that's 2 seconds.
Oh, must have been me then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Been bizarre.
We do have a lot of storms happening here, so
Yep.
Apparently part of our tree in our front yard come over. And by apparently, I mean it did, but I wasn't here to see it. Big fight around Baron, though. Dardoch able to disengage with the ult. Baron goes over to Mirage Alliance. Dardoch really low. Crook's going to jump in and assassinate him in the back, but a big Pop Blossom trying to just buy some distance, but Haven's going to get shut down. Return of the Middlesticks actually doing pretty well in this fight, but now the backline is still alive. Chad just dashes forward. Drakowski can't quite finish any of them off. Max and Pop doing everything that they can, but it's just everyone trading everything. But it's a triple kill for Chad as he's able to dash on through. He's looking for Max. Does Max have enough damage over the wall? It doesn't look like it. It's 4 for 3. But Mirage Alliance comes out with the extra kill advantage, and they come out with the Baron.
Yeah, that fight looked like it was going really well there for RTM. Oh, the stun's going to land. Nothing enough.
Yeah, he doesn't have
Chad's
ult,
so strong. Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like RTM got into the carries they wanted to, and it was going really well for them, but Chad was just kind of sitting in there uninterrupted, using the Gore Drunker, but TP coming through here for RTM. They're going to try to chase this down.
Yeah, Crook really looking for this shutdown, but now the counter double TP from Lorem and Haven means that they can't chase, and now might be in a little bit of trouble themselves. Max is not the healthiest boy as he's getting hurted in, gets the stun back on Chad. Can they escort Private Max out to safety without losing anyone themselves? Crook gets knocked back. They've separated Lorem, but I don't think that they can really do anything about that. Everyone escapes. That's an important thing. They might lose a tower for it here in mid lane, though.
Yep. That is going to be, I think, the prize for that double TP being executed, but RTM, I think, will take that. That was a very scary position to be in, especially with the Baron bearing down on you. So,
Yeah, keep in
got
mind, it's
drag
only
here to
Alorum
mid
and
30,
Chad that
so.
have Baron. Oh no, the Nico ward. That
Oh,
pink,
that's what it was.
that
I
pink
was
ward.
trying to figure out why is the pink moving.
This pink
I
ward
wish
right
for a
here.
spectator
Boy
it would show
Wonder.
it.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Okay, he's fine. Maybe a little overhyped. Chad is just going to tear through him. It doesn't look like Return of the Middlesticks can really find an into this fight, and instead the siege is going to continue for Mirage Alliance. Now down Boy Wonder, you lose your big initiation tool, so they're just going to have to try to sit here and wave clear.
Yeah, it's really hard for Drakowski to really get in there without some sort of engage. Everything else can kite him pretty easily, so Puppey's going to try to poke out here with the Kaisa W. And it is chunking pretty good because it is mostly AP, but nice poke there.
Yeah, he and Max are doing pretty well. They use they actually kill Aphelios during all of that. Meanwhile, into the backline, Crook assassinates Haven before he can get the Pop Blossom off, but he gets traded back by the Bramble Smash from Alorum. Chad can't quite find the damage with that collateral damage. Max, though, has been able to separate Alorum. He's in. Pup now just gets blown through, but Chad is in. He's shut down. ROTM finds 2 kills, and they survive on this siege.
Yeah, they didn't expect that the Nautilus that they had killed 30 seconds ago to come back in and help clean that up, but the carries for RTM able to poke out, and that's perfect for them because it's going to be right before this dragon. So RTM finding some good shutdowns, able to stop the Baron push and save Soul Point here. So kind of a huge fight for RTM to stay back in this game.
Yeah, Cloud Dragon and a bot lane tower, both on objective bounties, going over to Return to the Middlesticks. They'll cut that gold lead back to about 4,500 gold. Whew, a little bit of a deep breath. That was a very close fight. The 2 big fights that we've seen have just been knife's edge fights, which is very fun to see, despite the gold disparity between the 2 teams. Yeah, I don't know that I have too much more to say. That was my whole point.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see. So Pup, is it a Ludens is the next item? Is this something else that I'm just being dumb about?
It must be. I will say RTM is speccing really hard into magic damage, so things like the Hex Trinko that's already come through for Neo, gonna be super powerful. Gonna be really nice to be able to have some extra survivability from that. And Chad is gonna be super strong. I mean, he's already got 6 kills. The Graves is gonna be really hard to kill off, even if you can get to Neo.
Yeah, kind of interesting. He finished a Cyrilda's, which gives him a lot more offensive punch and that little bit of chase potential, but doesn't give him the survivability that maybe you would expect him to have if he had like his Death's Dance 3rd or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the Merc Treads and a lot of health from the Gore Drinker Black Cleaver that he's got, but...
Was that Nico recalling? That was really weird noise.
Ooh. Max has landed some really nice stuns here. Is operating the Syndra very well.
Yeah, Max looks very comfortable in this game, which is really good to see because he's been one of the members that has struggled a little bit for Return of the Middlesticks. I think it's safe to say. But big engage here. Drakowski going to get caught and eventually ripped through. Neo going to take that kill. They don't really return any damage, so this is full defense on now for Return of the Middlesticks. There's no Baron buff. This is just a regular minion wave if they're able to kill it. Chad is just looking for Crook, and now with the Cyrildas can start getting some autos through. Any ability's going to slow him up even more. Can they clear this minion wave? I don't think so. I think they lose the inhibitor. A little stun on the Haven.
Poke is coming out pretty strong here. I don't know if they're going to be able to chase this, but yeah, Crook is not able to do anything into Chad in that 1v1, so RTM is still kind of looking for their moment of opportunity. Not quite sure where that's going to come from. Definitely want to be at a numbers advantage because I think if you don't have Chad there, you're feeling pretty good, or even if you have a 1 member down, you might be able to have a shot at it, but I feel like Mirage Alliance isn't going to let that happen, so Just group around this Baron.
It is Nico. Just he hits recall every time he hits W. I don't know what the tech is behind that or why you would do that, but Nico goes, and I keep just hearing the whispers in my headset. It's kind of disconcerting, honestly. But yeah, Baron started up now finally for Baron started up for Mirage Alliance. Teleport coming in. Alorum with the Nature's Grasp looking for the big engage. Triple Pop Blossom from Haven has already found Boy Wonder on the kill. Crook getting chased down by Neo. The red gun shoots him down. Pup has to cleanse, try to get away from Alorum. Successfully gets away, but Alorum also able to survive. Chad still full health, chasing through. It's the two carries left for Return of the Middlesticks, but they cannot turn and fight. Max just trying to get out, gets a little slow, gets the knockback. Oh, gets a nice little double knockback that might actually save his life. Pup, meanwhile, is recalling in the enemy jungle right now, while the rest of Mirage Alliance marches down mid. Max is dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gonna delay a little bit longer with the Zonias. Ooh! Oh! Okay.
Sidestep. Yeah, Alorum eventually finishes him off. They
Yep.
only get the mid inhibitor, so it's not the end of the game, but now they can turn back to the Baron, and that same fight that we just saw is now going to be even worse because there's more items that will be available for Mirage Alliance.
Yeah, I have to commend Mirage Alliance. They play that fight so well. Everybody on the absolute same page there. They weren't looking to do the Baron there. They were looking to turn as soon as that TP came through, and they did so excellently. Lorem had a great ult, and then the follow-up with the Nico ult on top of that made it so easy for them.
Yep, no Miracle Void Seeker steal coming through, and Baron number 2 goes to Mirage Alliance.
Yeah, Udyr is going to maybe try to solo this, but a TP going to come through to try to prevent that.
Did your mic just switch back?
Did it?
No. Okay, you're fine. That was weird. It got all echoey again for a second.
Huh.
I'll keep an eye on it. Well, an ear too, even. Cloud Soul.
Yeah, let me know.
For Mirage Alliance, and now they're about as strong as they can get for the present moment as they walk toward this top side and the last couple of towers left remaining on the map for Return of the Middlesticks.
Just seeing the medial bits of damage that Puppe is doing with the Kaisa W's landing.
Yeah, he did go Ludens as his third item.
Yeah.
And even more AP in the tank, it looks like.
I mean, it lands when it lands on the squishies, it does pretty good, but yeah, just seeing it to Alorum is nothing. This guy takes no damage. Oh.
Oh, Crook was looking for it, but not able to find anything. A little bit of damage coming through from Drakowski, but he's going to pay for that immediately as Chad's able to take him down. Crook jumps in. This fight is all segmented. It's a good Zhonya's from Max just to buy a little bit of time, but what's he bought time for? It's just to die a little bit later, unfortunately. It's just Pup left alive, and he's making his last stand. There it is. So Mirage Alliance will take game number 1. Relatively comfortable affair. There were a couple of good moments, though, for Return of the Middlesticks that they can look back on warmly. But really nice performance from them, kind of as you'd expect from the number 2 open qualifier seed and 4 former LCS players.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a slow bleed in the early game, and then they did a great job controlling objectives in the late game to use their team comp to perfection. So we'll have to see if RTM has anything left in the tank for game 2. But really nice pickup there for Mirage Alliance in game 1.
Yeah, so we'll be right back with game number 2. Oh, that's because it doesn't have an N at the start of it. I figured it out.
Yeah. Make sure to read out the tournament code out loud. So.
Yeah. I'll give you guys all a big hint. It starts with an NA. You're both set.
That's big.
Oh, did my guys pull it out? Looks like it, Lane. Give me all your money. Ooh, you even got the rel pick.
Yeah, I needed pick ban or something to help me out, but yeah, 114 performance from Berserker is not going to do it for me.
114, and somehow Sven went 107. Like, Sven just got 7 more points than Berserker, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Unlucky.
You got the 7 extra from Milo, though. Who am I playing against? Oh god, Mickey.
Yeah, he had a week.
No. 506.
He also had some insane picks. He's got
Wait, his team is insane. What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks that he got extra points from.
How did he auto draft this team?
Well, I think it was just because, I mean, if you look at the team, it's like TL's overperforming compared to where they were, TSM overperforming compared to where they were, and EG also overperforming based on expectations, I think, coming in. But Dokla also had like an insane week this week. 155 is pretty crazy.
Yeah, 155 is a couple of points. I guess FBI had 150, so. And I didn't hit a pick. Anyway, Fantasy LCS is the real reason that everyone's here, I'm sure. I guess I just need a big Golden Guardians week next week. That's my big hope, because otherwise we kind of wash each other.
Yeah, I mean, I think. What do they play next week? Felt like this was their rough week. They should have an easier one. Alright, we're going blue side.
One blue. I don't have to change anything. Fan of that. camels are in the desert where you'd see them on. Okay. I'll buy it. Oh, apparently Normology got engaged today. Congratulations.
The owner of Mirage Alliance.
Yeah. That's what they're talking about. His announcement today. Good for him.
All right.
It's apparently SpongeBob's 37th birthday today, if you believe the date on his driver's license.
Okay. I was like, I'm not 37 years old.
I'm getting there, but boy. Welcome back. Game number 2. Return to the Middlesticks pick blue side, and Mirage Alliance is up 1-0. We're banning Kindred and Tristana.
Yep. Same as last game so far, so I am kind of curious if RTM, if they want the Kaisa, or they're gonna go for the Rel. Oh, there's a switch up. So we see Graves gonna be taken off the table here.
Oh, they do ban Lilia. They were saying in chat that they were going to ban Lilia, and then they did it.
Yep.
So.
Well, if you remember at the beginning of last game, the banter was, we'll leave Lilia open if you leave Kindred open. And then we said no, and they said, all right. So now we've seen that we weren't faking it. The banter in chat's going crazy.
Jungle bans are for Dardock. Rel is both a jungler and a support now, so that's a big money ban.
So notably, LeBlanc's left up here, so I assume RTM's gonna pick that, but maybe they'll leave it. It's Kaisa or LeBlanc here, so you're gonna get one of them.
Yeah. Some purple champion. Pop value in the Kaisa, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean,
LeBlanc on his team.
It got a really good.
Nico's
it got
still up
good
as
kills
well.
early, so yeah.
How's the Nico LeBlanc matchup? Or do you take both and just take the LeBlanc top?
Well, they did not elect to do that, so running it back so far for Mirage Alliance. Actually, everything in this draft has been the exact same except for
the bans have been a little different. So
just the Graves.
Yeah, probably won't see the Graves this game. So can't get the full salty run back. I'm curious, do you take the LeBlanc? How much has Rodham put into practice on it? That's a question.
I mean, I think it's a really good pick, so I'm gonna go for it.
How's the LeBlanc Nico matchup?
Now, I don't think RTM is going to go back to the Udyr without seeing more of the team, because it felt really difficult for Jakowski to do anything on the pick. I think RTM assumed that the Maokai would be going jungle, which Udyr is a pretty good pick into that, but here The Olaf gonna come through. So RTM's solo lane's already picked up, notably. Not that they were gonna really get a counter pick, but
Yeah, and you're kind of low crowd control. I wonder if we're gonna see like a Sejuani or maybe you can't do that now that there's a Trundle.
it definitely discourages going tank jungler here. So time to troll.
Time to troll, and that could be a flex as well. We could see Alorum on the Trundle with the Maokai jungle, or vice versa, or Maokai support. I think
Yeah,
we can play Trundle support.
I'm trying to think.
I think that's like a thing that exists still.
I've not seen Trundle in a game in quite a minute, so
Well, he is the king of trolls.
it's true.
Udyr band. Chad's asking what Drakowski's next favorite jungler is so that they can ban it. Melio feels like a good ban, honestly. Melio was an issue. If for no other reason than just the constant healing meant that the poke from the Kai'Sa wasn't able to, the Kai'Sa and the Syndra for that matter, wasn't able to really take hold in some of the fights, because you just stand in his warm hug circle and then you have warm hugs and you don't have to worry about the poke.
Yeah, definitely made that a lot less punishing. I think also just because our team had spec'd so much into magic damage, they were able to itemize against it, so it wasn't quite landing the same way. I would be kind of surprised to see Puppet go back for that AP build, especially since you've already got like 2 tanks within the Maokai and the Trundle.
I'll play Yuumi jungle before I let a one-trick play his one-trick on a competitive stage, says Chad.
Chad is keeping the chat very entertaining here. Now the Zaya's going to be picked up. So this is interesting. Rakan's still on the table here. So I'm wondering if RTM is going to elect to try to go for this Rakan to try to split up the combo.
Yeah, Rakan Kai'Sa's fine. You need the engage. I don't hate the pick here, but yeah, it's definitely something you have to consider if you're RTM. We're going to go for the Nautilus, though. Boy Wonder had some good moments on it. Had one kind of iffy one, but other than
He's a good
that, really
facilitator
solid.
to
Yeah,
the team.
Yeah, he did really well in his role for the team.
He's hurting his KDA, but you know, he did his job. So he's leading the league in KDA, but I don't know if he will be after this series. So sad to see. Viego gonna be hovered here. I honestly kind of don't mind it. I was gonna say it feels kind of bad to not have like a bigger facilitator from jungle, but with Trundle on the table, it kind of neutralizes a tank that you want to put there. So, you know, why not just try to get the one-shot kills here?
Yeah, why not just take their tank and then you have a tank?
Yeah, I would be a little surprised. I guess we could see Brahms on the table. I was gonna say, I feel like Rakan would work out, but we got Alistar here instead. So
yeah, Alistar's been back, which is maybe a little bit weird because I don't think he got buffed. I don't think any of his items really got buffed. But
he got like micro buffed like 3 or 4 patches in a row.
He got one of those that just
it wasn't like a sizable thing. It was just like small incremental buffs.
He appeared in the patch notes, therefore he's playable now.
Yeah. So
We're just waiting on the draft to start. There's nothing happening right now. Not even really banter. We're just hanging out. Well, what have you been up to recently, Lane? Some exciting moments in Lane's life the past couple of weeks since we've been together.
I just had a little bit of a break. I went back to see my wife's extended family in Indiana. It was pretty chill. I ate the famous Fort Wayne Coney Island dogs.
Yeah, how was that?
It was pretty good. It's a hot dog with chili and onions and mustard on it. So, you know, about as good as that gets. But outside of that, not too much has been happening. Been prepping the guys for getting ready for an ACL tomorrow. How about yourself? You do anything interesting? Do you do anything for the 4th or see any family or anything?
I got sick for the 4th. That was really fun.
Nice.
Then our poor little pup lost his mind because last year he was fine, which was his first year of life.
Yeah.
And then this year he had a rough go of it. So
Sad.
not my favorite holiday overall. Typically.
Yeah. We need to get on the drone show, Jurian. We've got we do the town over, which is like 20 minutes away, is they have the Sunshine Festival when the spring solstice is, and they do like a big like 20-minute drone show, and it's rather impressive. It's really, really cool.
Sounds neat.
Yeah.
I still don't know what we're holding up for. Oh, we're starting.
Yeah,
Immediately.
Alorum went to the bathroom or something, I think. So
Well,
we are back.
we're Barack. It was Jover, but then we're Barack.
Are you gonna do the Barbie Oppenheimer double feature?
No.
You don't want to come with your pink underneath your suit?
I mean, it sounds like a good meme, but I don't know that I'm particularly interested in seeing either movie.
Yeah, that's very fair. I think it's rather funny.
I don't know. Steam sale I bought Yakuza Like a Dragon. I played
Nice.
a little bit of that. I haven't played enough to really have like a hard opinion about it, but it's pretty fun so far. Kind of depressing, but I think that's part of the shtick.
I really need to get It Takes Two. Not played that one yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's sad. Apparently Chad's client crashed,
No, he stayed in.
but he's still just in the lobby, so
Or maybe it bugged. I don't know. It's chill.
well. Yeah, I don't know. The wife and I bought Diablo 4, and we played a little bit together. But I don't know. It's just kind of a
For Switch, or did you buy on PC?
PC.
Yeah.
I don't know. The game's just kind of disappointing, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like better.
It's just not fun, and the whole thing's pretty predictable. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like every side quest, it's like, oh, my child went over there, and it's like, yeah, they're dead, and they're gonna turn into a demon. Oh wow, look at that, they did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like really the progression's really slow, and like I don't know. I've played through, like we got through Act 3, and I couldn't tell you like a single thing that's like tangibly happened in the game.
Yeah.
It just kind of existed for a while. I don't know. People have been raving about this game, and I don't really get it. I'm not sure.
I think if you like that genre of game, I've played some PoE with a friend, and it feels very, you know.
We played the shit out of Diablo 3. Like almost every season we'd play it together, and like really enjoyed that game. But yeah, for whatever reason, Diablo 4 just it feels like a worse version of both Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. And
interesting. Because I thought all the Diablo fans really enjoyed it, but
maybe I'm not a real Diablo fan. I'm just a fake one. I'm just 3 StarCraft fans in a trench coat.
I guess so.
They do need to make StarCraft 3. I'd immediately ditch League of Legends to go play that.
Yeah. I have not played much League recently.
Oh, I haven't really either. I'm excited for the Soul Fighter, the 2v2v2. That looks pretty fun.
Yeah, I'll probably play some of that when it goes. I know I've got a lot of friends that have been playing it on PBE a ton. But yeah, it's pretty cool with like the augments and stuff that you can get.
Yeah.
You can have some pretty wacky combos, which I think would be quite fun.
No, I refuse to try stuff on PBE. I used to be all about that, but no, let me play online. It's not worth
Yeah, I think game mode wise, I think it'd be pretty fun to play PvE, but I'm sad that we probably won't get a PvE game mode for a while. I really enjoyed those ones. I think the Odyssey or whatever was awesome. That was a lot of fun, especially with all the challenges and stuff they did along with it. But
Yeah,
I understand
Odyssey,
it takes
the
a
Star
lot of work.
Guardian one.
Yeah.
Bots even is kind of PvE,
Yeah.
but no, you'll get PvP game mode. At least this one feels pretty good. I haven't played it again, but it looks fun. So hopefully it's worthwhile.
Definitely looks like a blast.
Chad does own Maokai, as it turns out. So.
Doesn't want to play it, but I guess has to. So.
Yeah, I guess I've been playing a lot of TFT. I'm up to like gold 2 now, which normally like the first half of the sets I'll climb to gold and just kind of chill, and then the second half of the sets I go to plat. It's been my trajectory, but I'm apparently enjoying this enough that I just keep playing it. So we're on the climb.
Well, I know we're gonna have to wait out the timer here, but we haven't talked too much about the team comps. I feel like for Mirage Alliance, it's pretty similar to what they want to do. I think the big features of what they did last game were the Maokai ult into the Nico ult, and we saw how potent the Nico was. Really, the disguise being used super well. Able to disguise a ward, catch some people off guard with the minions. It was really well played, using that clone to perfection there. But I think that notably for RTM, they don't really have a great tank of the Maokai ult. I guess you could kind of count Olaf into that, but yeah, there's no one that's gonna be able to like kind of take on that mantle. So definitely look on our TM to kind of try to assassinate the Xayah or the Nico from an unexpected angle before the fight starts. Then I think they have a pretty good shot, and their comp's set up to do that well.
Yeah. I don't have any analysis to really add to that. I'm excited to see Max play LeBlanc. He had a really good game on the Syndra. I like seeing Max play well. When Max performed well, I'm like, yeah. When he performed badly, I'm like, no. And I think that he's got an opportunity to pop off now on the LeBlanc. But it's
Definitely
hard.
so. I mean, the champ's
it's gonna be
really
hard
good.
to get through the Maokai Trundle Alistar front line. Seems like it might be rough.
Yeah, I mean, you're just wanting to put the damage on the targets that are the key targets. So Nico or the Xayah is definitely where you want to put that. But it's gonna be a hard out, I think, to find those. I think Mirage might have some damage issues in their comp if they don't end up blowing someone up with the CC combos, but kind of depends on how Alorum does into the Olaf.
Yeah, I think the top lane's gonna swing a lot. I think Trundle's pretty good into Olaf, but I don't implicitly know. It's mostly conjecture.
I think it is considered kind of a counter into the Olaf just because you can
like, so you steal
Pillar.
his AD, which sucks because then he has less lifesteal. And then like you can steal his resistances when he ults where he already doesn't have resistances, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got the pillar as like, it's not CC, but it is CC because you can knock him back since it's terrain, so.
I've convinced myself it's a good Trundle matchup. We're gonna watch it play out and be like, oh, why would we think that? But
yeah, I mean, I would have said the Maokai wasn't a great matchup into Jax, but Alorum played that matchup really well, and Crook was trying to roam down to get kills in the mid lane, which ended up putting him a little bit behind, but
Neo had a Cull start and then opted for a Doran's Blade. That's a lot of DMATs.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Both bot lane and Max both taking the DMATs. I know you do it on LeBlanc for the wave clear thing.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
yeah.
But curious about having it on Pop and Boy Wonder.
I wonder if there's
There's some tech. Yeah. I mean, I know you do it with static shift champions because then you can kill the ranged minions in a static shift proc at a certain point.
Yeah, I just don't think Puppe can get away with the static shiv in this game as easily because there's 3 tanks, so I feel like you're gonna have a harder time getting through them if you don't have the damage from him. But
See, if this were ARAM, it's perfect because you get 2 static shivs and your opponent can't push anymore, and then you win the video game. That's the big trick, by the way. If you're ever losing or you have a bad team comp in ARAM, just build 2 or 3 static shivs, and then you can scale infinitely.
It's perfect. It's like having a Nivea on your team, same way.
Yeah, except Anivia can die, and if 3 of you have static shivs, you probably can't all die at the same time.
That's a good point.
Oh.
Oh, is it a different Croa? Or different skin for Boy Wonder in this one?
I think it's a
Or is
different
it the
skin.
same?
I haven't looked at it. Yeah, that's a different skin. That's Shanghai and not Fright Night.
Nice.
I don't know if Kale is captured on stream. He is very sad.
I heard a quiet bark.
He cannot get into the window right now to bark at things, so he's very upset.
Very nice trade there on the Boy Wonder. Got very chunked from that. But Alorum and Crook are gonna duke it out. I'm kind of surprised that Alorum isn't more concerned about the Olaf level 1. Usually that is very strong. But we're already seeing...
This is some jungle shenanigans.
Yeah.
So Chad just started that top quadrant. Drakowski's looking for a solo kill on Chad, but Nico can be here before anybody can really answer. He gets another Q through. Max is trying his best. Oh, he didn't hit the chain. Yeah, I don't think Drakowski can really do that. Now, what do you do as Drakowski? You got one quadrant, but you can't just not do anything for, you know, a minute and a half here.
I mean, your bot lane is pushed up here, so maybe you look for something on bot side,
He's
but...
looking for gank mid. They get the little hook on bottom lane, but Dardoch goes in. Pup low gets stunned, has the cleanse and the ignite. First blood going over to Neo. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Crook gets a solo kill on Alorum, so that's a better start than game 1 for Crook.
Yeah, very much so. And he was in a kind of a rough spot, down quite a bit of CS to start the game, but nice pickup there. Boy Wonder doing a good job trying to pull the wave here, but I don't think he's going to quite be able to do it. Okay, he is actually. So saves Puppe, puts him in a good spot to kind of farm this out. And Drakowski able to pick up blue buff as well. I don't know if I'm slightly ahead of you.
No, that's right about right.
Okay, cool.
408, 09, 010, 11.
Cool.
Yeah, now Drakowski into bottom lane. Gets a little stunned. They're trying to go on to Dardoch first. He's got the flash away, though, and he was able to pick up the kill on Boy Wonder. Pup gets the return kill with the Void Seeker, and now the flash forward. They have the stun. Do they actually have the damage? Not quite enough to finish off Neo. It's going to be a little bit of a wasted opportunity on that re-engage, but they do pick up one in the bottom lane.
Yeah, honestly, an impressive pickup there. Able to find a kill with the numbers disadvantage, and didn't think that was going to be able to happen, but yeah, Neo here accelerated already, 2 kills, but RTM able to pick up one onto their ADC, which is really nice, and the plate. So Chad might be caught out here.
Yeah, Chad is looking a little bit greedy for the wolves here. He'll get a little bit of healing after killing him, but Max has finished him off. So a little bit too much of an overextension. He's done a good job with his counter jungling thus far, but pays for it in the form of a kill. It's still about a 400 gold lead, though, for Mirage Alliance.
Yeah, I think maybe surprised to see Boy Wonder in that spot there, but nice roam to the top side to protect those camps. Gonna get some vision down as well, into deep into Mirage Alliance jungle. Max now jumps in.
Yeah, Max looking for a Haven, a couple more autos. He's got the
Got
red buff as well, so that... Oh, he just kind of gave up on it. The flash. Oh, no. Alorum now. He's got flash available. He goes over the fat part of the wall. That's a tougher flash than it looks, and is able to survive. Max goes in. Auto. Oh, he's able to get through the Pop Blossom shield, but there's Dardoch there for the return kill. It doesn't go to the Nico, though, so that's pretty important, and instead it's going to be another solo kill. Just a solo kill for Max.
Yeah, Dardoch going back to his jungle roots, finding the gank to find a kill there onto Max. But Max is going to be pretty happy. He's got 2 kills already. And it is looking like it's going to be a double Shiv game here for RTM in bot and top. Or bot and mids.
Yeah, like I've said, that just dominates ARAMs, so we'll see if that translates onto the Rift.
Yeah, maybe if RTM gets behind, they can stall out with their double Shiv procs.
Drakowski kind of buzzing around this dragon here at about 7 minutes. Actually, it's very low. He's already been doing it for quite a while. Boy Wonder trying to protect from Chad getting in. He's got a level advantage, but that doesn't mean a smite advantage. Oh, that was a little scary on the flash smite attempt. Haven is here, so Boy Wonder's going to just be sacrificed. We'll see who actually gets the kill. Oh, he's going to
Is it
make
gonna be
Chad
Chad?
take it. All right. Well,
Yeah. I think you take that.
Oh, he might not. He hasn't actually been damaged by Chad. He needs to get damaged by Chad first.
Oh, wait.
Oh, can he make
can-
it? Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, he almost got the execute off.
But he
But
gave
I
it-
think maybe you just give it over to Chad there. Say you got it on the right person. So
Yep, unfortunately, he thought he had the mechanic. What game was that? Was that at MSI where the guy went between the turrets?
it was. You have to have like there's like 8 champions that can do it. You have to like have a certain champion size. But a TP here for our team into the bot side. Gonna try to find something.
Oh, hook from Boy Wonder, not gonna land. Dardoch with a good disengage with a flash forward. Max is here. They'll use the Feather Storm.
my.
Drakowski so low along with Pup. They'll get one kill. The Pop Blossom turns another. Max is in. They're able to trade one, but that's not what you want to see. Mirage Alliance now looking for the redive. Dardoch in. He can tank up the tower for days as Chad picks up another kill. And Mirage Alliance with a 3-for-1 on the bottom side.
Yeah, really good roam there from Haven on the backside, and Neo had an excellent ult into flash combo to stun basically the entire team. RTM trying to make a play there, but gets absolutely punished by Mirage Alliance.
Yeah, it looked like the right setup, but then just ate so much damage from Neo's Feather Storm into the rest of the circles. There's a lot of circles you have to play around after that. But yeah, now it's a 3,000 gold lead for Mirage Alliance along with the 3 kills, and ROTM needs to find a play.
Boy Wonder trying to find it here in the mid lane.
Oh my god, he's so low. He's level 4 and just getting chunked through. Dardoch's level 6. Drakowski able to finish one off with a Heartbreaker, and now he's got the extra damage. He's looking for Dardoch.
Woo.
Oh, if he'd landed one more auto, I think that he actually has that one. But instead, it's 1-for-1 around the mid lane, which unfortunately keeps Boy Wonder at level 4 for just a little bit longer. Max will pick up a plate. It's overall a good play, I guess, but it sucks to have your support stuck on level 4 for this long.
It really does, and we're gonna see maybe a fight around the Herald here. RTM's definitely in a better position for it. I think thanks in part to that Shiv on Max coming through, able to push the wave in very deep, so that he's able to rotate first to that. So Mirage Alliance isn't going to be able to contest that one. Haven, good chunk.
That was tricky, being the first one in the wave, setting himself up for the static Shiv proc, but doesn't matter when you get the Tangle Barb trade, I guess. Oh, he even gets the root into the Pop Blossom. Max is in a lot of trouble, and he'll get taken down by Haven. That was really nicely played by the Nico.
Yeah, I think it was just honestly a nice prediction from Haven there, seeing that Max had gotten the minions low, knew he was probably going to shift into that, and then just threw the stun out preemptively, found it, and finished up the kill. Really nice play there from Haven.
Oh, Dardoch again going in onto Pup. He's got the little shield just to try to keep himself safe, but Drakowski hunting in the distance means that Neo and Dardoch aren't going to fully commit. Crook is able to escape just over that pillar. All of a sudden, that lane doesn't look like it's going as well for Crook now.
Yeah, definitely not. And that's kind of been the one lane that's been isolated. Not a lot that's been going on in that top lane. So not exactly sure what has changed there, but Form in a good spot here. Crook can't really walk up to the wave.
Crook half health and
die. Yep.
Yeah. There's no narration that really happens. He just got his head bashed.
Oh,
in by
nice
a club.
dodge from
That was
Max.
nice by Max, but not going to be able to find the kill. Pup just clearing out the minion wave. The double static shivs are online, so you've got the big spikes for Return of the Middlesticks. Drakowski with Kraken Slayer on Viego. I don't know if that's normal.
Yep. I think it is, question mark? I think it is now. I think he does better with crit, or as of a few patches ago, but
I can't admit to knowing the first thing about it. So.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, Max, he's got the tether onto Haven. Can Drakowski get into the stun, into the damage? Heartbreaker. Oh, flashed away. Nicely played by Haven again.
Yep, it was a good combo there for the CC lockdown. That is going to be the flash away from Haven. Haven notably just used that TP in the mid lane, so it's going to miss out here a little bit. I'm not sure what RTM is going to be actually able to do off that besides get the plates here, but
they're going to try to get first
Rift
tower, it looks like, with the Rift Herald. Boy Wonder is very dead. The Featherstorm going to make sure that he doesn't get hit by the depth charge, and now Pup left to his own devices. The mid lane tower does fall, so a little bit of extra gold infusion for ROTM, but this bot lane is not getting any better currently.
Definitely not. And Neo, I swear, just does more damage than other ADCs is what it's looking like. Able to play that fight out beautifully, use the Featherstorm to evade Nautilus ult, and gets the kill for the effort there. So this dragon is going to be the next objective on the table. I don't feel like RTM's probably going to be looking to do much around it. Luckily, they did pick up one Drake for themselves early, so the soul is going to be delayed, but
I was going to say, there for a second, Nico wasn't on the map, which meant that she was a minion somewhere, so I was scared about what was going to happen. It looked like she was mid lane, and somehow Pup was aware to it, so that's well done by him. Max is looking for Neo. They have Drakowski here waiting in the wings. Do they have the damage to actually finish him off? Looks like they really need an auto. There's no ult from Drakowski. Oh, he just doesn't quite have it up yet. And instead, Dardoch's able to finish him off. Haven gets the roam down and picks up a kill. Alorum looking for the tower dive onto Crook, and he'll be able to find that one as well. And now the Pop Blossom coming through on a re-engage in bot lane. It's a cross-map ace for Mirage Alliance, and now they are running away with the game.
yeah, definitely so. Not much that RTM can do here anymore. They tried to find the desperate kill there onto Neo. He was just able to survive, and the rest of the team was there to follow up. So
yeah, it couldn't have been more than
RTM.
2 or 3 seconds left on Drakowski's ult, and I think that might have made the difference, because then he turns into Zaya and can start layering some damage in. I don't know that they win the fight after that, but at least it's not a cross-map ace at that point. Boy Wonder's still looking for it. He'll find the correct Nico, which is pretty impressive, into the chain from Max. Do they have the damage to actually finish this one off? Now Drakowski's here. It doesn't go for the shutdown. As now you see what happens when he's got the Viego ult. They're looking for the chain through and another shutdown onto Dardoch. That doesn't suck for Return of the Middlesticks, as they get 2 return kills. And they're not back in the game by any means, but it's again positive plays. It's things that you want to see happen.
Yeah, very big influx of gold. Nice timing there just to kind of find those. Get 1,600 gold for themselves, which is going to chip away at this lead. Definitely what they want, and they might pick up another objective bounty in this top side turret as well. So nice pickup. RTM trying to fight their way back here, but still very difficult in this gold hole.
Yeah, I'm really curious what happened in this top lane to flip it around, or if that's just kind of the natural Olaf versus Trundle matchup scaling, because the first fight that they had was not close. Like, Crook just destroyed Alorum, and then after that it's been all Trundle.
I wonder if it's just the Trundle ult being unlocked that really makes the difference in this.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm luckily not a professional player. I don't have to.
Not your job.
I just yell about the plays and watch the violence happen. Speaking of the violence happening, Boy Wonder able to escape Max over the wall. That's a fair
Max is finding really good damage onto Neo here. I think they need to kind of play around jumping in on the second part of the cooldowns. Max finding good chunks. Puppe able to kind of poke out with the build that he's going. And I don't think the game has to be flipped here. RTM might just be kind of trying to play with them so that they can get a push in the mid lane. I don't think they actually really care about this Herald, but
yeah, I don't know that there's a huge objective you really get with this. If you can get a couple of picks, that'd be really nice, but no reason to overcommit, and instead they'll get a little damage on that mid lane tower.
Yeah, and they may even be able to threaten taking it here, because of the way everyone else rotated. But back's gonna come through. But I think RTM, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close picking this up. Get a little scared.
Yeah, Rift Herald gets summoned up in the top lane, and they still have the 3-man push up here. Max and Drakowski hanging out in the area. I'll have to see if they really go for this one. Oh, didn't quite find the stun onto Chad. Instead, it's just the one tower take, and you don't want to let it get all the way through. It gets smote away. Chad gets hit. Pup lands a Void Seeker onto the Xayah in the backline. Boy Wonder's here. They have a numbers advantage kind of flanking in here. If they can find an opening, Dardoch gets stunned up. Oh, they find Boy Wonder over the wall, and they're going to turn onto him first. The Feather Storm used, but they lost Neo. Boy Wonder falls, but unfortunately, when hasn't he during this game thus far? Chad just dies to the last auto and bit of damage, and Crook is there to slam home the last one. Haven is here just trying to find an out, but Max is able to chase on through. He'll have to flash over the wall, and he'll successfully escape. Meanwhile, Trundle is doing some work on some towers down in the bottom lane. Haven looks for the turn. Oh, just not quite able to get out of that Pop Blossom range, but it doesn't matter ultimately as Drakowski picks up the kill. Tower in the bot lane falls. That is... what is that item called? My God, Hullbreaker, on the Trundle. So.
Yep, we know where Trundle is going to be, and that is not going to be in any of the fights. So, again, RTM finding some kills for themselves, getting some gold back for themselves, but Mirage Alliance making sure that it is not completely fruitless, even with that. Lorem picking up the bot lane tower, and yeah, is going to be an absolute menace in these side lanes.
Yeah, going to be very difficult to deal with him. Didn't really pick up a whole lot of extra juice on it. I was looking to see if he had a big half item or something that might show the rest of his build, but just the Ninja Tabby and another long sword.
Yep. Notably, this is the third Drake of the game. I think RTM could continue to scale here if they want.
Yeah, this isn't a have to fight dragon. They're behind, but not like super behind right now. About 3,000 gold. You don't want to flip it just yet, I think. Oh, Boy Wonder gets caught. Oh, Lorem with the flash forward to finish that one off. Pup just able to escape. The Pop Blossom from Haven doesn't put him in the best position. Now the teleport coming in from Crook. This is a really split apart fight, but Drakowski and Crook from the top tear apart Chad. Neo, though, is in, and he's able to finish off Pup. Neo still has the Feather Storm available. There's
Drakowski.
Drakowski, though, gets the reset now. He's Xayah. Does he have the damage to actually finish this one off? He's kiting back Allurum. He's got red buff to try to heal up. He's got the Heartbreaker through. Max with the Q finishes off another. Allurum is the last one alive as he's running away, and ROTM successfully finds a 4-for-2 fight.
Yeah, Drakowski did so much work in that fight. This was a 5v4, mind you. I mean, Boy Wonder went down right at the start of that. Didn't contribute at all to that fight, and then Drakowski and Max really led that on the backside there. Drakowski living with just enough HP on that last transform to stay alive, and now RTM, you gotta be thinking, do they have a shot?
Yeah, they've definitely hung in the game. They've managed to weather this storm, because that cross map Aegis could have just been the end of the game, and that could have been, you know, we're packing it in, we're gonna go tomorrow, basically. But they've fought back now to bring it back to a very reasonable gold total. That's not significant at this stage of the game, and you're up a dragon. You're scaling pretty decently on your Viego and your LeBlanc specifically. You got a shot.
Yep.
You
got a shot.
You're behind, but you still got a shot, and that's important, I think, at this point. You know now that you can hang with the number 2 team, even if it goes completely sideways from here on. You had a shot.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, to fight it back in this is impressive enough.
The dive coming through. Yeah, this is coming out of nowhere a little bit, but
Oh,
two
no.
kills already. Oh my goodness, Neo able just to rip through Jakowski. All of a sudden, it turned from nothing into a full-on tower dive. Dardoch dies, but they're able to take down Pup and Drakowski, and now head toward the Baron. I don't know that Crook and Max can really do anything about this other than shove. They'll maybe get this mid lane tower, but what a great fight. Just kind of very split second for Mirage Alliance.
Yeah, pulled the trigger excellently there. Able to pick up 3 kills for themselves off of that. RTM's going to trade the mid lane tower, try to pick up some consolation prize there, but they found the fight that they needed to. Max wasn't there, notably, wasn't in a good spot to deal anything, so anytime that he's not in the fight, I think they have a shot. RTM is really going to excel in fights where they're able to poke out Neo first and then go in, but not quite able to do that with Max not there.
Well, you still have 2.5 minutes before this dragon spawns, before there's any real objective on the map, so we'll see what Mirage Alliance wants to do with their Baron buffs that they have. They've got 4 of them, everyone except Dardoch.
Crook in a little bit of a scary spot here.
Yeah, Crook gets knocked around a little bit by Dardoch. I don't think that they can really do a whole lot. Maybe look for some damage onto Chad. You don't want to burn too much on the Maokai, though. Chad really low, but they don't quite finish him off. Now, you do finally get that reset for the Viego. Boy Wonder is going to die on the top side of the fight. Drakowski just escapes over the wall. Always looking for Neo. He's on the hunt, and he's found the Xayah. Does he have enough damage to actually finish this one off? He doesn't quite with that last auto. Crook is able to limp away. Max is hanging out on the side. Do they actually have the wave clear to deal with this minion wave? Meanwhile, Pup is just in the mid lane getting his push on. Neo's recalled as he had no health left, so he'll be able to answer that one, and it looks like it'll probably just be the inhibitor for Mirage Alliance.
Yeah, I don't think RTM, even if Kaisa was back there, would be able to defend that very well, so elect to give up the inhibitor there. Kind of find a fight in the jungle, but end up still losing out on the trade 2v1. They might look to try to fight here, but I feel like Mirage Alliance is kind of just playing with them to buy time for the Xayah to hit the mid lane tower. And that's going to mean the tower for themselves, so nice pickup there. Lorem stuck out.
Yeah, Lorem, they're looking for the Trundle. I don't know that you kill the Trundle in any reasonable amount of time, though. Maybe with Crook here. But how much are you willing to use to try to kill a Trundle? We're about to find out.
A lot,
They're
apparently.
really looking for it. They've got the chain CC finally coming through, and Alorem will eventually die as he gets taken down by Crook. Lose the second inhibitor during all of this. It's probably not worthwhile, but while you're in the area, you might as well get another kill on Alorem.
Yeah, Max TPing back as well, so I don't think that was quite worth the trade for the mid inhibitor, but RTM is going to pick up another kill for themselves, is going to get a shutdown there, notably. So
now looking for the shove, and Dragon about to spawn in 22 seconds. It looks like Mirage Alliance got out at just the right time, which you would expect given, you know, the level of this game that we're at. But RTM maybe can have something to say about this Dragon. They have a little bit of vision in the area. Crook's just having a little happy fun time right now. He is very much in enemy territory. Now going to find Chad. I don't think that they can really catch him. I mean, he's got ult. They definitely can't completely catch him if he doesn't want to be caught, and there does have to pop the Ragnarok and retreat to his tower. They're still on the chase, which is maybe a little scary, and yeah, the flash over the wall from Dardoch. They're looking for Crook. Now he doesn't have the Ragnarok available, and they'll eventually be able to pick him off at the end.
yeah, super slow take there, but I mean, they wanted to be near this top lane tower anyway, so they don't mind chasing Crook back towards that. Now RTM might be looking for the fight.
This is maybe the last fight as Mirage Alliance are looking for it. Big Pop Blossom, able to find 3. Max and Pup very low, just trying to kite back away, but they're the last ones left. It's a double kill. It's a triple kill for Neo, and Mirage Alliance all of a sudden have broken open the game. And by broken open the game, I mean it's the base, it's the Nexus, it's the whole thing. Like, the end kind of came out of nowhere, but at the end of it, it's a 2-0 for Mirage Alliance, and they'll improve to 5-1 on the season.
Yeah, I mean, the game kind of snowballed out about as fast as I said that our team was coming back in this one. So Mirage Alliance played really, really well in both these games. Able to pick up the win here, and that should basically guarantee them a first round bye.
Yeah, and if you're Rodham, again, you had that moment where, yeah, we can hang with the number 2 seed, but ultimately you saw the quality of the players eventually come through, and they snowballed very beautifully throughout the game. It's it's a good building opportunity going into tomorrow, I think, for both teams, and yeah, should be a fun day next couple of days here.
Very much so. Join us tomorrow for those games. We'll be back on the cast. Excited to get a little NACL preview with you tonight in this one, Maris.
Yeah, it was a good time. I think probably officially the highest ELO game I've casted, so we'll keep on cranking that one up.
Yep.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us tonight. We'll see you back here at noon tomorrow, noon Central, for anybody who's not in Central Time. And yeah, we're going to start with Return of the Middlesticks taking on Teamless Revenge, and we'll go from there with a second game, and then 3 games on Sunday. Yeah, I'm going to rate Lexus, I guess. He's playing Omega Strikers. Go give a shout out to Davis.
I'll be over there. Thanks.